CalHFA has been around for a long time. They're the premier California down payment assistance provider in the whole state. The new program they came out with last year was called the CalHFA Dream for All program, which essentially gave 20% down payment assistance to anybody in exchange for shared appreciation in the home, which calculated out to be in their benefit. But they didn't have enough restrictions on it, so the money ran out in just 11 days. But now the program is back. They made a lot of revisions to it, so hopefully it's going to get to more people and get to people who really need it. So here are the key features of the CalHFA Dream for All program. The first one is that it's a conventional loan. Now this is really good because it makes it much easier to get lending on condos and townhomes, places with an HOA. HOAs have been increasingly difficult to work with and been increasingly difficult to get approved through FHA. So if you're going with an FHA condo, it's just more difficult to get your loan approved. As with all CalHFA conventional products, the minimum credit score is 660, so you have to at least meet that threshold. They're going to give you up to 20% assistance to buy your home in exchange for 20% shared equity appreciation in that home. The original amount that was given as assistance and 20% of the new equity gained will need to be paid back at the time of sale or refinance or pay off of the loan. At least one borrower must be a first generation home buyer. It means that the parents of the borrower, to the best of their knowledge, do not own a property in the US. If they are deceased, then at the time of their passing, if they owned a home, you would not qualify. At least one borrower must be a California resident. And on top of doing the standard homebuyer education courses that are required for many down payment assistance programs, there is an additional course specifically for this shared appreciation program that must be done as well. So let's go through the numbers a little bit, try and understand what it all looks like. CalHFA will grant you up to 20% assistance for the property you're buying. So let's say you're buying a $500,000 house. That means they're going to give you $100,000 as assistance that you will then get, which also means you won't have any mortgage insurance on this program. So let's say after a few years, you decide you're going to sell that home and the value of the home at that time is $700,000. So the appreciation of the home from $500,000 to $700,000 is $200,000. So CalHFA will need 20% of the appreciation gain on top of what they originally invested. So with $200,000 in appreciation, the amount of appreciation that's owed back to CalHFA is $40,000. So you add that $40,000 back to the original $100,000 they had given you as assistance. When you sell the home, CalHFA will be owed $140,000. So one key feature with this program, since it ran out of money so quickly last time, they don't want to just open the gates and say whoever gets in first gets it. What they're doing is you submit an application saying that you worked with a CalHFA approved lender and you put your name into a lottery system. And then they will draw those names at random, and you have 90 days from the day that you got your application selected and approved to go get under contract to find a house. So the first thing you need to do is find a CalHFA approved lender, and we'll help you figure out how much you can buy with this program. After that, then we'll submit your application into CalHFA and it will be put into a lottery pool. If your application is selected, you will then have 90 days to go out and find a property and submit an offer and get your offer accepted using this program. So this is one of the new down payment assistance programs out there. There's a couple new ones out coming this year. There's also ones that have been around for a while that are also very useful. So if you're curious about these down payment assistance programs, want to know how much you'd qualify for with using them, feel free to reach out to me. We'll get it done. It usually takes just 1 or 2 days to go from start to finish, and you'll know exactly how much you can purchase using these programs.